Reception of viewers. Hello. It's Thursday, and that means lunch and learn. We're a little bit late, so I apologize for that. But the good thing is it's live, so it will be here when you want it. So if you're on, say hi. And today I have a special treat for you. We have some guests. Hi. Look who I picked up from the airport. So here they are in my very house. Look how lucky I am. So would you like to introduce yourself?
I am Jacquelyn Roy from Oklahoma, and I'm a superstar director.
I'm Kristi Pollock, also from Oklahoma, also a superstar director.
And they're sisters. How fun is that?
And we traveled for the first time today, and for me, it's been about 2 years.
We haven't gotten sick yet.
So crazy.
We're just waiting for it. We haven't gotten sick.
Crossing our fingers. We never pulled down our mask except to drink water.
Nope,
so
very safe.
But we're excited. She said she's lucky to have us, but we're lucky that Becky let us come in her house.
And she was like the quickest taxi pickup ever.
Yeah, she was.
I was waiting in the cell phone pickup line. I'm like, okay, once they're here.
Yep.
So, again, that's word to the wise. I live just on the street from the airport and just on the street from home office. So when you come, you know you're coming here. So,
yes.
I love to be the taxi. So, all right. These ladies are superstar directors, which means they are rocking and rolling their business, and they have created empires that are worthy of emulation. So, yeah.
She's saying really good words.
Jessica, I don't know what that means.
Hang on. Okay.
Emulation.
Okay.
So, yeah, this is our lunch and learn, so it's super casual. So if you guys have any questions for them, type it below and then I can ask them. But, oh, hi, ladies.
Hello.
Hi.
So
Samantha.
if you would give any piece of advice or even just what are you thinking about lately, or, you know, what would you say is something that you've done in your business that has helped you have success, or something that you're doing right now that you have pivoted to do, or, you know, just what are you thinking about?
You said. I would probably say the one of the perks, if there are any, of COVID, because as far as disease wise, obviously there's no perks, but I think it's made us change the way we do our business. I know my business is completely different than it was. I'm someone that...
Yeah, because you're the home party queen.
Oh, I love home parties. That's my jam. I probably do 10 to 15 home parties in an average year from August through probably November. So, I mean, I love home parties. So when COVID hit, it was really hard because I'm not very tech savvy like Becky. I didn't do a lot of online parties. I do fundraisers. I do home in-person parties, and that was kind of how I built my clientele. I don't do online advertising. I don't do craft shows. I did a couple small craft shows. We did a couple small craft shows together, but it kind of
that went away.
Yeah,
even craft shows.
Yeah. So I kind of had to learn to do things differently, just like you guys did. So I think of it as just adding to my arsenal. Like I am so much more well-rounded because I truly had to push myself outside my comfort zone, probably like a lot of you, to continue to be successful, to recruit, to get fundraisers, that kind of thing. And so now, since hopefully a lot of you guys are starting to come off of lockdown, I know Canada and other places are locked down again, but I hope that you'll continue what you've learned over the last year, that you can get lots of sales online fundraisers, online parties, Facebook parties, mailers. People love good mailers because no one gets good mailers anymore. But then start adding the home party aspect back, the basket party aspect back, and don't use COVID as an excuse. Continue what you're doing, but keep adding to your arsenal. And one thing that I will say that's been really successful for me is fundraisers. Fundraisers have been huge. I've done 4, I think, in the last, I want to say like 3 months. 2 of them one of them was for a baseball team, and one was for a girl that is going to a kindergarten national USA pageant.
Oh my gosh, so cute.
She's so cute. But both of them were over $1,500 fundraisers. And so that's something for me that I was really big in person, really big paper packets, that I kind of, because of COVID, people needed fundraisers, but they couldn't go door to door and sell, right? So things became virtual. So for me, what I did is I went and reached out to people in sports organizations. I posted on Facebook. I just watch a lot. Like if you comment on other people's posts, you're going to show up on their newsfeed too, unless they unfollow you, which happens. But that's another topic. But so I would just watch for things like, hey, my son's playing in a 10U baseball tournament this weekend, or my daughter's got softball and oh my gosh, club is expensive. So I would just watch what people did and I would just message them, hey, do you need a fundraiser for your team? Well, we already kind of did one, but we did squares for the Super Bowl. Well, do you want another one? I know club's expensive. Well, tell me what you would do. Well, I create a virtual link. I share it with you to share with everyone. And I create really cute collage pictures every couple days and message you them with the link that you then send up to the parents. And you have whatever parent sells the most. They get prizes. So I'll update you for your group chat on where we're at as far as who sold the most. So you can do some really, really fun stuff. And I think that's really helped because every few days I'll create like a laundry collage and I'll send it to my contact and they'll message all the parents. And with the laundry link, their personal link, and I always get orders. And then I might, a couple of days later, send them a video on our diffusers and send them the link to their personal link with diffusers. And so just being creative like that instead of just saying, well, I can't do fundraisers because of COVID and I can't reach a lot of people because of COVID. I think if you can just learn to adapt a little bit, and it's hard, it's not easy. There were plenty of months where I didn't get any recruits and I thought I was awful. I'm like, I suck at Scentsy, I'm a horrible person, I can't get a recruit. But in all reality, people, because of COVID, they need outlets. I mean,
and I think we're about to see events like boom again too. And there's going to be people that aren't comfortable with doing events maybe that did before. So looking for maybe new opportunities or areas that
if
we were just, my husband and I are brainstorming different events we could do coming up because I think some of that's going to just look different than it did.
Absolutely. So, and just being okay getting your basket testers out there again, putting sanitation wipes in there, and maybe put a little cute little thing that says all the testers have been sanitized. Please sanitize after smelling or whatever. Just being okay to don't use COVID as an excuse not to make your business flourish. Use it as a way to get more creative. Because there's no reason. It's crazy when I look at our numbers this year. I'm sure Becky's the same. And Kristi, compared to last year, it is crazy.
Something's working.
Something's working, but it's all those people that aren't using it as an excuse. Well, I can't get any sales because of COVID. I don't leave my house.
There's still plenty of people that have zero.
Yes, I don't get any sales because no one wants to come over or no one wants to smell. If you looked at our numbers growing, there are plenty of people that are buying Scentsy right now, but it's the consultants that are creative. They're posting on social media. And I will say, my clientele isn't solely social media. It's actually probably about 10% of my orders are social media.
10%, that's not much.
No, if that. I'll post.
Mine too.
Not get any orders, but I'm very hands-on. So my customers get text messages when there's any specials. I use Hit 'em Up app. There's other apps too. But anytime there's a flash sale or special or limited time release, I shoot a text out and say, hey, let me know if you want me to remind you a few minutes before this happens. And I send it all out. And I send them pictures. And so I'll go back through the workstation. Anyone that's typically orders on all the flash sales, I will make sure they're contacted because those are the kind of people that are typically competitive and they want in on stuff. So
well, I think online ordering too right now, everybody's kind of in the online ordering mode. So if you can, maybe they are people that stay at home and don't go places, they're going to be wanting some good smelling stuff.
And most people won't pay or won't mind paying $6 to $8 shipping.
Right. Just for the convenience of it.
Yeah.
Especially in our
I think we've gotten used to that.
We've gotten used to it. Exactly. We're used to just buying stuff and getting it now.
And I will say another tip that I think has really worked is personal shopping links. So,
there you go.
Better?
There you go. Get snuggly. There you go.
Better? Just don't cough on me.
Okay.
Sisters.
But I will say one thing that has worked really well is instead of asking people for parties, ask if they want their own personal shopping link. So messaging, maybe you guys can do that after this. Message 5 people and say, hey, would you like your own personal shopping link? What is that? Well, I'm going to give you your own personalized link. You share it. I'll send you some cute graphics. And anyone that orders from that link, you get credit for. If you get 4 or 5 friends to order from a link, you're going to get free and half price items. And you didn't do anything. We don't even need to create a Facebook event. We don't.
Then you're not even using the word party at all.
No, personal shopping link.
Not another group to join.
No, they don't need to do all that. And but then you have to be really faithful on having, like having an album in your phone of new product. So like on our Facebook page, which if Becky doesn't have this, I can send her the albums. But we have a whole album for online parties or Facebook parties, and it's images all you can use if you do an online party. I use those photos when I text out to people when they want a personal shopping link.
And I think that's huge because it's the host coaching, and that's how you're host coaching. You're telling them exactly what to say, exactly what to post, helping. So that's easy for them because we know what's out and we're like, we'll just share it, you know? Yeah. So I love that you're reminding them. Yeah.
Someone has a question, I think.
Does anyone there use public broadcast? If so, how did it go with using the new number for your business? I know she's worried about that because it changes. It comes from a different number. Is that with Hit 'em Up?
I don't use it. No, Hit 'em Up comes from you. So Hit 'em Up comes from you. Hit 'em Up is really easy.
It's an app.
It's an app, and it has your group saved. So you can add more contacts to it if you need to. It's completely different from Project Broadcast.
Can you schedule it like Project Broadcast?
Yes, you can schedule it, and it saves your groups. It comes from your number. It's not group spammy, so it sends them out individually. You can't send one person more than one. So if like you have a number in there twice in your group, it'll just send it once. It's cheaper too. I honestly, I was paying every month, and then I started just paying for it whenever we had releases because it was cheaper. But I believe it's $4.99 a month, or there's like a deal for $50 for the year or something. But you can use it for your downline. You can use it for whomever. There's not a limited amount of text messages that you can send. It's only from your phone. It's on your computer though. So whereas Project Broadcast is from your computer, so you can import lists if you have a big downline. But Hit 'em Up, it's kind of like Amy, or the AMI. It's a lot like that. But it doesn't integrate with our workstation. But it's really easy to use. So easy. You can add graphics. Project Broadcast it's really confusing until you get your feet wet. And if you can learn it, I know people that are having a lot of success with it. Have you tried it all or looked at it?
I've looked at it, but I haven't tried it just because, like I said, there's so many different ways. So I've been doing email as my campaign instead of texting. But I say the more you can get a hold of them, the better, you know, a lot of different ways. So I still am, old school email campaigns and stuff like that. But
it works. I mean, obviously your customers.
It does. They love it. Every time I send out an email, and I send one out every week, I always get...
What system do you use?
I've been doing MailChimp since forever, but I just transferred over to Flowdesk about 6 months ago.
What's Flowdesk?
Oh, it's amazing.
Because I know I use Constant Contact. Is it?
It was way more expensive. So Flowdesk is $20 a month.
I think I paid
unlimited. Unlimited contacts. So I can get 10,000 contacts if I want. So that's why I decided to go with them. It's kind of still in the beta, but it's more like visually appealing. Which for part of that, it's too much because I'm like, I just need to get my message out there.
But they have really cool templates and stuff. Does it show you like the open rate and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
Can you do it from your phone? Does that have
Flowdesk?
I don't know. I usually do it from my computer just because I do when I'm like, I'm going to sit down and work, But I use it to send to my team. I use it to send...
Flowdesk.
If you do want to do it, if you get a code, it'll be half the price. Instead of 40, it'll be 20.
Do we get a code from you? Okay.
Or whoever. So, sorry guys, I'm not doing this very well.
Can you share...
Oh, can you share codes like Project Broadcast, like templates to be like...
not for Hit 'em Up.
Yeah.
Hit 'em Up, it's like
really
a
a broadcasting
texting
system, like a
mass texting. Yeah, it's not fancy. It's not. It's just a mass texting app. You would use it like Frontline. I use mine just for my customers, honestly.
Can you schedule them out like if I put you into this sequence like a new consultant? Yeah. You can say, here's my bundle of 5 emails that you get and schedule it out and then just put it into that.
I don't know how long term you can schedule it. So mine, I know you can schedule it. So usually when I do my like flash sales ones, I'll do it a day or two before and then I'll send it out and then I'll have one scheduled for right before launch time. So I don't know long term if you could have repetitive schedules because as far as right now, I don't think that you can.
Yeah. I know that's what a lot of people are using Project Broadcast for is like an onboarding kind of thing, But yeah.
Look.
I should have got my tripod out. I'm doing horrible at this.
I think you're doing fine.
Sorry, guys.
Can you... Okay, that was a thing.
Yeah, sure goes. Okay. All right.
What else?
That's good. Lots of good things.
Anything you want to share? I talked a lot.
No, just events. We're recently brainstorming different events because I think that will look totally different. I think people are ready to get out and shop and do stuff, safely. So what does that look like? And I could see a lot of vendors just either if they folded over the last year, there might be more opportunities.
Yeah.
Yeah,
to
that's
get
a good
in.
point.
So, because I've never done a lot of events, so I'm like, oh, maybe I need to start trying to do that more. So,
My favorite part of events is that's my favorite way to recruit.
Yeah.
You know, because there's a lot of different ways that you can get customers, but
And you'll never see
my
them again. So if you
favorite,
make a fool of yourself, you never see
well,
them
that's the
again.
thing. It doesn't feel like as personal in
Yeah.
a way, which is good too, because you can pretty much say whatever and hit them up for whatever, and it doesn't feel like, oh, I'm going to lose my best friend over this or something.
Yeah.
You know, it's just a little bit different. So.
Yeah.
But my husband likes to do events.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll be the cashier. I'll unload everything for you.
The
And so
talker.
I'm like, okay. Yeah, he is a talker. So
Well, and that's what I like about events is that you can do it together. If you have a partner or best
you
friend
really
or
need somebody
sister.
because it's a lot.
Plus, it makes it more fun. So then everyone's like, "Oh, I want to be part of that in crowd." You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I want to do this too.
Yeah, for
That's fun.
sure.
Dave likes events too. We haven't done them in a while just because family. So we've gone a different way so we didn't have to be gone on Saturdays and evenings. But you know, we started with a lot of those. You know,
Yeah.
because he likes to do them, and I'm like, I'm social sometimes. Depends on the day.
Yeah.
And we even talked
That's
about
what
doing
you
an open house at our house and just putting flyers out in the neighborhood just to get to know some of our neighbors, but then also like, hey, by the way, I do this.
Yeah.
And because I think everyone, I mean, at least a lot of people in our circles are kind of wanting to get around people again and socialize, and we haven't done that in so long. So I think that'll be another way to do it. So just got to get my house clean first.
We'll have it outside.
Outside. We'll do an outside open yard.
Open yard. Yeah, it's an open house. Come to my yard, especially in Oklahoma. It's probably nice and warm. Unless you guys are having crazy cold again.
Yeah.
Then you
80s this
wouldn't
week,
do it
could
outside.
be 60s next week.
Yeah. And tornadoes next week. And
Yeah.
So crazy. So crazy. All right. Well, thanks for joining us for our Lunch and Learn. You guys were fabulous guests.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Thanks
all
for
of your
having us.
tips. My favorite thing is, did you guys get it? Did you get the amazing secret code that they had for you? Their key for how they made it, their empires? There wasn't one.
Did I share one?
Yeah.
I think we're all very
They
different.
did.
Yeah.
They did. Meaning they shared it. It's not a secret. There's not one thing that you can do that's going to be the secret thing you're missing. You just got to try different things, and you've got to just keep going and just do you and figure out how to make it work. But just keep going and keep trying. And that's what I love is they both talked about different things that they're doing, but there's not one secret. There's not one secret key to success that you're missing. It's just consistency and just continuing to keep trying. So
Trying new things.
yeah, I'm trying new things. All right. Thanks to our
Thanks for
special
having us.
guests. And
Have a good week.
happy Thursday.